Are you totally tired of waiting in long lines just to recharge your transit card with cash? Well, today we're going to discover how you can effortlessly reload it right from the comfort of your couch. Welcome to This Explainer. We're diving deep into the digital integration of modern contactless transit systems to see exactly how different cities keep you moving without missing a single beat. Look, whether you're a regular commuter trying to shave precious minutes off a chaotic morning or just an occasional traveler who wants to avoid that last-minute panic at the station, taking your transit card management online is honestly a total game changer. Let's get into it. Okay, let's take a quick look at our roadmap today to explore how two entirely different transit systems on opposite sides of the globe tackle the exact same problem. First, we'll cover the physical reload problem. Then, we'll dive into Miami's digital transit store, followed by Taiwan's auto-load ecosystem. After that, we'll look at the supercard NFC revolution, and finally, we'll wrap up by comparing contactless replenishment. All right. Section 1. The physical reload problem. Let's start by looking at the inherent limitations of traditional smart card management. Now, for decades, the standard was pretty simple, right? You take your physical card, walk up to a ticketing machine, insert some cash, and you're good to go. But let's be real. In our hyper-connected world, that manual process feels kind of like a relic. So first, let's clarify our two subjects today. While they share the exact same name, Miami-Dade's Easy Card and Taiwan's Easy Card operate in completely distinct technological environments. They both serve millions of riders every day, but their approaches to getting digital cash onto a physical piece of plastic are wildly different. The fundamental hurdle both of these systems are trying to overcome is every commuter's worst nightmare: standing in a massive queue at a ticketing machine or a convenience store just to board your train or bus. I mean, if you have ever missed a train because you were fumbling with cash at a kiosk, you know exactly why digitizing this process is absolutely crucial.
Moving right along to Section 2, Miami's digital transit store. Let's focus on Miami-Dade County's approach and walk through a comprehensive guide on exactly how to reload your Miami-Dade Easy Card online.
So you want to make sure you are never caught empty-handed again? Well, here is a really fascinating fact for you. The physical Miami-Dade Easy Card actually has a 20-year rated lifespan. Yeah, literally 2 decades. Because you might be holding onto this card for that long, setting up a digital transit store account for balance protection is incredibly valuable. Think about it. If you lose an unregistered card, your money is just gone. Poof. But if you register it online, your balance is completely protected. To get started, you simply head over to the official Transit Store web portal, create an account using a valid email and a secure password, and link your physical Easy Card by typing in its unique number. Super easy. Now, on top of the web portal, Miami also tackles the reload issue through their unified mobile app. The Go Miami-Dade Transit app actually bundles all of their older legacy tracking and payment programs into one incredibly seamless interface. Once you're logged in there, you can easily select your reload options, add your payment methods, like a contactless bank card or digital wallet, and literally confirm your transactions without ever leaving your couch. A really frequent question we get from beginners navigating this system is, hey, how do I make sure I never run out of funds? Well, the magic answer is automatic replenishment. Setting up auto recharges is hands down the best tip for both newbies and transit veterans. Miami uses a nifty feature called a pass trigger. Basically, if you have a time-based pass, the system keeps an eye on your account. When your pass drops below a certain number of remaining days, it automatically bills your saved credit card and queues up a replacement pass for you. And actually, there's also a stored value trigger that does the exact same thing when your cash balance dips below a specific dollar amount. You can easily link these specific passes directly to your digital account. Whether you're using the $29.25 7-day pass, the $112.50 one-month pass, or even the one-month pass that includes Metro Rail parking, you literally just set it and forget it. Now, what happens if something goes wrong? Troubleshooting time. If your transaction fails, it's almost always because the linked credit card expired, there's a zip code mismatch, or maybe it just maxed out its credit limit. If that happens, the auto load is temporarily suspended. You can proactively jump right back into the portal, update your payment info, and you're good to go. Now, here's another major FAQ we see all the time. Why isn't my money showing up immediately? Okay, you've got to remember this critical step. Miami's online reloads take about 15 to 30 minutes to process. But more importantly, the transaction actually stays in a pending state online until you physically tap your card at a fare gate, a bus fare box, or a ticket vending machine. That physical tap is the key. It's what actually writes the data onto your card. If there is a delay or some weird issue, even after you tap, don't panic. You can always reach out to the Easy Card Contact Center at 786-469-5151 to get support. All right, let's move on to Section 3, Taiwan's auto-load ecosystem. We are pivoting halfway across the world to Taiwan to see how their infrastructure tackles this exact same challenge. And spoiler alert, their strategy is entirely different. They rely way less on web portals and much, much more on deep hardware integration. You might be wondering, how does Taiwan solve this without a traditional web portal? Well, while international tourists over there mostly rely on standard cash top-ups at MRT station machines or convenience stores, mostly because they don't have local bank accounts, locals have access to a highly integrated, completely automated alternative. Instead of queuing up a transaction online and waiting to tap, they link their physical standard Easy Card directly to a local savings account. This perfectly illustrates the sequence of Taiwan's auto-load trigger right on their bus network. Here's how it works. When a passenger taps their linked card on the bus fare box, the machine instantly reads the balance. If it's under 100 new Taiwan dollars, the validator executes a real-time $500 top-up right there on the spot. Because this requires a live cellular handshake to ping the bank and write the data back to the card in real time, it takes about 3 to 5 seconds. The commuter just holds their card steady for a moment and boom, it's reloaded automatically. No website required. Which brings us to Section 4, the SuperCard NFC revolution. So what if you want to proactively manage your balance from home? Kind of like you can in Miami, but without waiting for an automated trigger out at a station or on a bus. Taiwan definitely recognized this need and recently rolled out a massive upgrade to their system. The issue was that standard legacy Easy Cards, the ones issued over the last 2 decades, lack the hardware for what's called over-the-air writing. Basically, they physically cannot be updated wirelessly by a smartphone. To fix this bottleneck, Taiwan introduced the SuperCard in October 2022. This new card packs an advanced secure element chip that communicates directly with the NFC chip inside your iOS or Android smartphone. Check out the massive financial capacity unlocked by this new chip. With a standard card, you are capped at a single purchase limit of 1,500 new Taiwan dollars. But the SuperCard, that bumps it all the way up to 10,000. And the best part is, instead of trekking to a machine, you just open the Easy Wallet app, hold the SuperCard to the back of your phone, and the NFC technology instantly writes the funds onto the card. It completely 100% eliminates that pending transaction delay we saw over in Miami. It's pretty amazing. All right, let's wrap things up with Section 5, comparing contactless replenishment. Let's synthesize everything we've covered today about global contactless fare management. We have seen 2 entirely distinct philosophies for solving the exact same commuter headache. Ultimately, the core difference really boils down to infrastructure. Miami relies heavily on web queue transactions. You can set everything up beautifully on the transit store portal, but those transactions essentially sit waiting in the cloud until your physical tap at the station actually pulls the data down. Taiwan, on the flip side, pushes the top-up hardware directly into the commuter's environment, whether that's through a live cellular connection at the bus fare box or literally through the NFC chip inside the user's own smartphone. So as smartphones increasingly become our primary financial hubs, I'll leave you with this thought to ponder on your next daily commute. Will traditional transit web portals eventually become totally obsolete, or will they simply evolve into something entirely new? Which system would you prefer to use? Thank you so much for joining this explainer. We'd love for you to share your own experiences with transit cards down in the comments below. And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more content that makes everyday tasks simpler and way more efficient. And just a quick reminder, the information provided in this explainer is for educational purposes only. Always consult the official Easy Card website or contact their customer support for the most accurate and up-to-date information. Catch you next time.